Understanding secularism. India is a secular country, a country where all religions are treated equally is called a secular country. We know that in India there are many religions, but all religions are treated equally. The state or the government does not interfere in the religion. Secularism means no religion can dominate over other religion. That's the beauty of secularism, and that helps us to live in peace and harmony. Now we know that secularism means we should not make difference and trouble people who are in minority. Adolf Hitler in Germany troubled the Jewish people because they were in minority. Muslims and Christians in Israel do not have much freedom because they are in minority. Israel is a Jewish state. Saudi Arabia, which is a Muslim dominated country, the Hindus and the Christians cannot easily build their places of worship. I have already told you that a secular state treats all religion equally. When all religions are treated equally, there will be peace and harmony. Therefore, it is very important to separate religion and state as it is done in India. The government will not interfere in the religions. Religion is a separate thing, government is a separate thing. Why is it important to separate religion from the state? Point number 1. To prevent majority religion from dominating minority religion. For example, the majority religion in India is Hinduism, and the rest of the religions are minority. So majority religion cannot dominate over the minority religions in India. But that does not mean that Hindus are in majority everywhere. There can be a state where Christians can be in majority, the others can be in minority. There can be a state or a town where Muslims can be in majority, the others are in minority. There can be a village where Buddhist can be in majority, the others can be in minority. So everywhere in India, the majority should not dominate the minority. Therefore, the state, that is government, is separate from religion. Point number 2, to protect a person's freedom. We have freedom, for example, to choose the religion that we like. So therefore, the state cannot tell us you have to follow this religion, or the majority religion cannot force the minority religion to follow their religion. Every person is free to choose the religion that he likes. For reasons like this, it is important to separate religion from the state. You can see in the picture to your left. So one person is caught and the others are taking him or troubling him. They are in majority, he belongs to minority. In the picture to the right, you see majority coming in numbers. They must be coming to attack the minority. So this cannot happen. Therefore, it is very important to separate religion from the state. What is Indian secularism? Now, in India, we have constitution constitution is a book of rules for the country, just like you have your school calendar where all the rules of the schools are written. So a country has a constitution with all the rules in it. Now the constitution has some objectives. The objective number one religious community cannot dominate over another. That means, suppose Hindu religion cannot dominate over other religion. For that matter, no religion can dominate over other religion. Point number 2, some members of a religious community cannot dominate over other members of the same community. For example, Christians, the Catholics are in majority. They cannot dominate over the Protestants or any other groups in the Christian religion. Point number 3, state doesn't force people to follow a religion. State cannot force people to follow a religion, because state is a separate thing and religion is separate in a secular country. State gives freedom to follow religion of one choice. The person is free to choose the religion he likes. If he wants, he can change the religion. Someone is Hindu, he can become Muslim. Someone is Muslims, can become Christian or Sikhs, as he likes. But there is one condition that everyone has to keep in mind in India. It cannot be done forcefully. We cannot threaten a person that he or she must change the religion. This cannot be done. Cannot be done by giving money. I'm giving you money, you come to my religion. This cannot be done, because there has to be peace and harmony in the country. Now let us see how the state or the government can achieve the objectives in the constitution. Now, to achieve or to get what is written in the constitution, the state has to separate itself from religion. State does not interfere with the religious practices. What the people do with regards to religion, the state will not interfere. The state also bans untouchability. So by doing these 3 things, the state tries to achieve the objectives in the constitution, so that all the people in India are happy. They live in peace and harmony. You can see in the picture, a cross is shown, and it shows that the government is separate, religion is separate. Here in the picture in the right hand side also you can see. So religion and state are 2 different things. In what way is Indian secularism different from other democratic countries? Let us take 2 examples, America and India. In America, there is strict separation between state and religion. In India, the state can intervene in religious affairs. That means state will interfere in religious affairs if required. For example, in Hindu religion, there is caste system, there is practice of untouchability. So when required, the state will interfere to remove untouchability. The state can interfere in any other religion, not only Hindu religion, any other religion, if these evil practices take place in the name of religion.